Hey, DJ.
What's going on, Wes?
Hey, man, did you know that the first official co-working space called San Francisco Co-working Space was opened in 2005 by a man named Brad Newberg? He created it as a solution to combine the independence of freelancing with the community and structure of an office, kickstarting the global co-working movement.
I bet that guy's loaded.
That's 20 years ago.
It's 20 years ago. It seems like a long time. It seems like it's a newer thing. I didn't know that.
Yeah, how you do? Hello, friends, and welcome to the Love Wylie podcast, hosted by Wes Dorsey and DJ Shirley. Connecting people in the city we live and love. All right, DJ, we have a super fun episode coming up right now. We have Miss Jacki Tobar with us in the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We're going to have a good time today.
Yes.
All right, let's just jump right in there.
Yes.
Okay, let's start with your roots. Where did you grow up? What shaped your early years?
Well, my dad's military, so I grew up as an Army brat.
Okay.
And I was born in Landstuhl, West Germany in the 1900s. So 1985, which was before the wall came down, which is why I get to still claim West Germany.
Nice.
Then we moved all throughout the world, Naples, Italy, Okinawa, Japan, Fort Ritchie, Maryland, Augusta, Georgia. My brother was born at Dyess Air Force Base in Abilene. My mother is from Buffalo Gap, Texas, which is near Abilene. My dad is from Sinton, Texas, which is near Corpus Christi. They met in D.C. They had 3 wonderful children. I'm the middle child, so you'll see a lot of that in my life. I need a lot of attention and reassurance that I'm amazing. And then we just grew up all over in, 1996, 1995, we moved to Buffalo Gap. I went to Jim Ned for like a year and a half, which is, now Colt McCoy, he graduated from there. Yeah. And so I just lived kind of everywhere, and every 3-ish years, we moved around. It makes me really versatile and being able to adapt. And then I moved to Richardson, Texas, and I went to Richardson High School, graduated from there, go Eagles, class of 03. And then after that, I jumped right into being in title real estate. Yeah. My mom had just gotten a job at a title company, but she was working for the attorney, and I loved it. I fell in love with just kind of not really understanding what it was. I love crime. And I love solving crime things, forensics. Yeah. And I feel like title is like the forensics of real estate.
Clearing title.
Yes, it's my favorite. And it has its own jargon. So its own dictionary of terms. It's really fun. So, yeah.
Yeah. So you talked about your dad being an Army brat, right?
Yeah.
So moving all over the world. How did you end up in Richardson of all places?
So my dad, like I said, he was from Sinton, Texas. Yeah. His family moved up here to Richardson.
Okay.
My grandma still lives in the same house that he was raised in Richardson. I don't want to give the address because people will go stalker.
Don't do that.
But my grandma lives in Richardson. And so my dad, he wanted to be close to his mom. My mother's mom passed away in 1987, right before my brother was born, which is my mom's mom lived in Buffalo Gap near Abilene. Yeah. So my brother was born over there when my mom had to be there to help her mom until she passed away. So my mom's mom was here, or my dad's mom was here, and so we moved here to be closer to family. All of his family is here.
So when he got out of the Army, y'all decided this is where you wanted to be.
That's right.
I have a similar story. My dad was in the Air Force for 21 years, and we moved all around too. But luckily, when I was in 5th grade, he took the recruiting gig in Longview, Texas, which is where all our family is from around that area.
Okay.
So I got to stay in one place from 5th grade and graduate high school in one place because he was the local recruiter.
So we have a similar situation, except that we moved around, and then my dad would go what's called TDY, or temporary duty. And so we would go to Okinawa, Japan, but he would maybe be in Korea or Kuwait or Qatar. Like, he would always be somewhere else.
Yeah.
So out of, like, I would say the 14 years that I was alive with him moving all around, I likely only really saw him, I would say maybe 4 years total.
Oh.
Because he'd be like, you know, a month somewhere, or well, felt like that for children, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure my mom knows the actual numbers.
She's like, Jackie, it wasn't that long.
Yeah, it was like every weekend he was home. But for me, it didn't feel that way. And then whenever he was home, he did racquetball or softball. He was always very involved in, like, PT and just being really fit.
Yeah.
And so that was something that was really interesting too, because growing up that way, being outdoors, not having social media, all the things, nowadays kids don't understand that.
No, they don't. They do not understand.
They're like, go outside. Why? It's hot.
I'll melt.
Yes.
So you touched on this a little bit. So you went to Richardson High School, right?
Mm-hmm.
Graduated. And then right out of high school, you went right into title?
I did, on accident. I was going to get paid $10 an hour to be a receptionist. And I was doing that part-time while going to school at Brook Harvard, not Brookhaven, because I like to call it Brook Harvard. So I went to school at Brook Harvard for a little while.
Absolutely.
And then I realized, oh my gosh, I can make more money if I work all day and then go to school at night. At the time, I had a boyfriend from high school, and he and I took a lot of the same classes together. Well, we broke up.
It happens.
It happens. So both of us ditched classes, not knowing that the other ditched the classes, just so that we could avoid seeing each other. So I just kind of let my school life fizzle, because I was being able to make money, because this is a great industry to be in, especially females in real estate. It's really, really good for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the title industry, I mean, nobody grows up going, oh, I'm going to be an escrow officer when I grow up.
Well,
So,
I mean, especially if you really dig like solving mysteries.
yes, it really is. And I love Law and Order, like SVU. I've been watching that since it started. And I really enjoy just all of the, like, finding out the riddles of what's going on. Like, why is this person in title if they never really got, like, how did they get title? Where did that come from?
How did their name get on this?
Yes. Yeah. Or why is this a required clearing, a curative item? Like, where did this guy even come from? And it just so happens that somewhere along the way, somebody filed an heirship affidavit, and their name they were supposed to be an heir, but the title company at the time didn't clear it that way.
Yeah.
They maybe didn't file the right documents, and then it causes an issue for me later. So it's fun.
Well, look at you. So how long have you been in that space?
I'm in my 23rd year.
All right.
Yeah. So since June of 03,
A lot of experience there.
a lot of experience.
So what brought you and your family to Wylie in particular?
So I graduated in 03. My parents moved to Wylie in 05.
Okay.
And they built this party house, right? Because right after I graduate, again, I'm the middle child, so everything has to be fair. Right after I graduate, they went and found a really awesome party house.
Yeah.
They built a pool. They have this huge home. It was all perfect and wonderful. But
And your younger sibling got to experience all that?
he went to Wylie schools. He did not graduate, but he is doing an amazing job in Las Vegas now. But like so in 2020, so I've always been coming to Wylie.
Sure.
In 2020, my parents and we switched houses. So like I live in their house and they lived in my house in Garland.
Yeah.
And then the bubble was happening. So we were like, hey, Mom, you want to move out so we can make some money? And so that happened. And I stayed living in their house, and I still live in their home.
In the party house?
In the party house, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's kind of a full circle kind of thing. I've never got to live there as a child, but I get to live there as an adult with my kids.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So now we're going to kind of talk about, how did your first experiences in Wylie influence your decision to start a business of your own?
So I always worked in Dallas or Plano, North Dallas, that kind of thing. I never really lived and worked in the same space, not ever.
Right.
And living in Wylie is a very unique space, because when I was in Richardson, I could go into a restaurant. Nobody's like, oh, hey, Mitch, how you doing? Wes, what you got going on over there? No, nobody's doing that.
Right.
But when you're in Wylie and you go to any of these downtown restaurants or shops or anything down here, people know each other. And I was like, what is happening here? Is everybody the mayor? Like, is that guy the mayor? Is that guy the mayor? Is that girl the mayor? Like, what's going on? And so when I decided I was going to open my own title company, I was like, what if I opened it where we live and actually dove into the community? Because I've always had money. I've always had a strong support group. You know, I've always had great financial means or like financial resources to be able to give me the deals, the referrals, the networking and all that stuff. I just didn't have the community.
Right.
And so whenever you do your annual boards, your vision boards, that's one of the things they always have. Like you draw the 4, right? Family, faith, financial, and then your community.
Right.
And the community has always been like, I don't know, I guess I'll donate my time 3 times a year, I guess.
I'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out, right. And now I'm like, I'm going to live and work in the same space. What is that going to look like? So I started looking, and I had my eyes set on this one house right off Jackson. It's the McClure space. And I stalked him for a little while. And I was about to reach out to the chamber when I saw him in his truck behind the house. And I said, oh, are you the owner of this? And he goes, I am. And I was like, would you be willing to rent me out a space? Because I love this home right here, 105 Jackson. And he said, unfortunately, we're not renting out right now. And he's like, but you know what? You need to go talk to Bobby Heath. They've got some spaces. So he sent me to Bobby Heath. And as a brand new entrepreneur, small business owner, rent does not need to be your biggest expense. And the Heaths got it down. They know that. And so they rented me an 8x10 right at Ballard and Brown, that greenhouse with the red door.
Yep.
And he got me plugged in with the Wylie Downtown Merchants Association. And Bobby and I would call him a friend. Like, he's just a huge cheerleader for me. I'm a huge cheerleader for him. Selfless, and just understanding that small businesses need people like that help them get to that next step. Start building your business before you break out and, go pay the real rent, if you will.
Right.
And so that was a lot of fun. And then...
So the little house there on the corner, that's a co-working space, right?
No.
Wait. Oh, okay. I must be confused.
It's similar, but those are long-term rentals.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's one house with multiple spaces.
Yeah. Melissa Mancini's in that space.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And so Jeremy is also in there. He is the owner of, oh gosh, sorry, Jeremy, I cannot remember the name of your space.
But he's the president of Downtown Merchants.
President of Downtown
Jeremy
Merchants
Minor.
Association. Meyer, yep. And it's called System Architect. I remembered it.
Yeah.
But he's great. What an awesome guy. He also has very similar qualities as the Heaths, which is probably why they do business together. And so, yeah, so that space is a long-term rental. I believe it's 6 months or more. They require you to rent with them. And so then, whenever that happened, I was able to get a space across the hall that actually used to be Charles Lindsay's space, that he was up there for a little while. I mean, all these names are just people in the community that I had no idea about until I decided to be here.
You haven't said a name I don't know yet.
Yeah. And so it's just really cool to be so connected without knowing that you're connected.
Right.
It's like connecting the dots.
Yeah, that's what's amazing about Wylie. It's still got this small town community feel, but we're a big town. We're a good sized city, 70,000 people.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
And they're building more homes, which is going to bring even more people. And I'm excited for it.
More stuff, it's
more
great.
opportunity.
It's great. So you're deeply involved in the Wylie community, right? If anybody follows you on social media, they know that. Can you share some of the organizations or events that you support?
Absolutely. I am a huge advocate for the Wylie Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm an ambassador for them. I served on the Elfin Gala committee for 2 years. I may decide not to go on that one again, just because it's a lot in December for real estate people. And then I also am a part of the Women's Conference Committee, which I enjoy doing that a lot because I'm a huge advocate for women and empowering women.
Sure. So you want to plug the Women's Conference right quick?
Yeah. So the Women's Conference is every year in June-ish. This next year, we've been doing them on Fridays, but this year we get to do it on a Thursday, and we are so thrilled. I believe the date is June the 11th, I believe. So Friday, June 11th, or excuse me, Thursday, June 11th. And be ready and be prepared. Usually in January or February, we start releasing information and a lot of data for that. But it's women that come out. We have females that come and speak to us about leadership opportunities. It's all kinds. So if you are the low level of your office, all the way up to C-suite or owners, lots of business owners in that room, lots of familiar faces every year, a lot of sponsorship opportunities, and you can buy a table if you don't want to be a sponsor, or you could just buy a ticket. And it's just a lot of fun. We get to feed you. It's from 9 to 4, and then we usually go for like a happy hour after that. Years past, we did it at Landon, and this last year we got to do it at Herman Marshall. So it's just been a really cool
That's
time.
super fun. Yeah. So ladies, get that on your calendar for next year.
Yes.
June 11th. It's a Thursday. Where can they go and register? I mean, there may not be registration links up yet, but when we get closer to it, where can they go find that information?
WylieChamber.org.
WylieChamber.org.
Yep. And go up to events, and it should be right there under Women's Conference.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I also heard,
What you hear?
I heard you just signed up for something awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
That's a lot of fun. So a couple years ago when I came to Wylie, I missed the deadline by one day to be able to join Leadership Wylie.
Leadership Wylie. That's what we're talking about.
And I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I get to do this. And then somebody at the chamber said, oh, I'm so sorry. We just closed that. You're going to have to wait till next year. And I was like, oh, boo. And I was like, it's okay, right? Like everything happens in his time. We're going to figure this out. It's going to be okay. That was an amazing class. Apparently it had like all of the regular names that you know in here. Angela Ramirez, Andrea Kincannon, Kate Porter Buxton, Catherine Montgomery, like all of the names that I've grown to just know and love. Yeah. We're all in that class. And I'm like, how different would my life have been had I been in that class with them? But it's okay because everything led back to that same space of like, I get to know them in a different way now.
Absolutely.
And so then last year I decided I was not going to do it only because our title industry is under attack right now and the title insurance industry. And so I really needed to focus on being an advocate or being available if the title insurance industry needed me. I'm a huge part of TLTA, which is our Texas Land Title Association. And I'm part of the education committee. And I just really like to be a part of whatever they need us to do and show up and be a voice for them if we ever need it. So I decided last year I wasn't going to do it just because if they needed me, I wanted to be available.
Sure.
And so then this year I got some more pressure because Angela Ramirez is actually going to be the one heading it up and running it. And she's one of my besties. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to support my friend. Absolutely. I'm going to come do this. So I decided today, with a quick nudge from her, like, are you going to sign up? You have till the 31st at 5. And I said, absolutely, I'm going to do it. So I sent in my application today. And then I obviously put something out on Facebook, which is probably where you saw it. Yeah. And just letting all of my people know, hey, I'm going to be a part of this. A lot of people know if I'm part of something, it's going to be amazing just because I won't let it be not amazing.
It's not going to be dull at all.
No, it can't be dull.
No, listen, Leadership Wylie is a great program for anybody that doesn't know about it. So get out there and check it out. If you're interested in doing it, I think you can sign up till the 31st, right?
At 5.
Yeah, at 5 p.m. And where can they find the signups for that?
That's going to be also WylieChamber.org. And then you'll go to, what's the space? It's not under events. I think it's just under chamber. And then it's under there called leadership.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's a great thing. I forget the whole layout of it, but it's like once a month?
Once a month, usually the third Thursday of the month. Fall break is the third week of the month. And don't worry, the chamber totally revises their schedule to accommodate because I will be on a boat. I'm going to go on a cruise ship that week. So I was like, either y'all all come with me on the cruise and we do it there, or I'm going to miss this. And Tina and Angela reassured me, no, we are huge on making sure that anything with Wylie ISD or anything else of the city comes first and that they don't interfere with that. So that's really cool.
Yeah. So once a month on the third Thursday, you go on amazing field trips and you get to see some things that a lot of people don't get to see.
That's right.
Right. And so we're going to leave it there.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested in doing more research to figure out what awesome things that Jacki's going to be doing, go check it out on the Chamber's website.
That's right.
So, what has your experience been like building relationships with other business owners in downtown Wylie?
It's been awesome. It's been like nothing else. Like everybody is here for everybody else. I belong to a group. It's a networking group called BNI. It stands for Business Networking International. And one of their precept is givers gain. So if you give to others, they will in turn give business to you, and you don't give with expectations of getting back. And I lead by example. And that's one thing that I have noticed in this town is, and maybe it's because I showed them first, or maybe they've already done it. I don't know, because did the chicken come first or the egg? Who knows? We're still wondering.
We don't know. But, that's, it's the Wylie way, right? And so there's a lot of people here that just give freely of knowledge, of information, help other people out all the time. And it's just Wylie's just a unique place like that, right? I don't think there's another city in North Texas that compares to Wylie.
They try.
They don't quite make it. All right. What makes Wylie such a unique place for both residents and entrepreneurs?
We interact with them. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing is our entrepreneurs, our small business owners, our business people, the people that work in the stores, in the storefronts, they're out there with the people. We live here, we work here, we have our kids here. So if there's an event going on downtown, we're all here. Either we're working it and volunteering, or we're out there with our kids. We're supporting however we can. And it's really about supporting each other. I mean, that's like probably the biggest thing is that we just support each other. We show up, we show out, we support.
Yeah. And that leads right into my next question is how's your family connected to the Wylie community over the years? And it's by just participating, right?
Default.
Yeah.
They have to be here whether they like it or not.
Right.
Because it's providing the roof over their head. I mean,
right.
it's constant. It's a revolving door. It's us being able to show our kids how to show up. And how to make a difference in your community, one event, one volunteer opportunity at a time. And the bigger thing is your name is all you have. That is your reputation. So build yourself, build your brand, build whatever it is, but your name is what everybody puts their faith in.
Absolutely.
And so, the West Dorsey way, like when people say West Dorsey, it's always the same reaction. They're like, ew, I'm just kidding.
You're probably right.
No, they're always like, oh man, I love that guy. He's hilarious. Like it's always that same reaction. And that's your brand that you have created, and you've built that over time without even knowing that you're doing that.
Yeah. I've been here. I tell this story all the time. I've been here 25 years. So we moved here in February of 2000, and so all my kids have gone through Wylie schools. Well, the two older ones have. I still have one going into the 6th grade, the young one, but the other two are graduated. One of them's graduated UNT, and the other one's currently enrolled in Collin College here local.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we just love Wylie. We love the schools. We love the people here. And so, and part of doing this podcast is try to give back to the community and connect people that may not otherwise be connected. Right. So, that's kind of our way of giving back too.
Well, I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah. So let's talk about this new endeavor you just embarked upon.
Yes.
Let's talk about Proven Sweets,
That's
what
right.
it is and what inspired you to launch it.
Well, it is a co-working space. As you mentioned in the very beginning, the co-working space started a long, long time ago, 20 years ago. And I decided that I was tired of everybody leaving Wylie and going to get food and working outside of Wylie when we could have that here. Why don't we have that here?
Exactly.
I mean, there's tons of opportunity. There's tons of space. We could totally do this. And so whenever I told you I was raised a little bit in that little greenhouse with the red door.
Yeah.
And when I outgrew that, when a space came available, when I call him Daddy Heath, when Mr. Bob showed me the space to begin with, it was the 2nd floor of 105 West Jefferson. First of all, did everybody know that we have a Jefferson Street in Wylie? Because I did not until this moment. And so we walk over and we go into a downstairs door and we go upstairs, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the opportunities for this place. And at the time, co-working was never on my mind. Turquoise Feather, the people that make my hats.
Yeah. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out. Jacqueline and Pam. Hey, girl, hey. they were gonna room with me. We were gonna rent this space out together. They were gonna do all their events up there. Because you walk up the stairs, it has a landing, a straight area, and then you walk down this corridor with suites or rooms on each side, and then it opens up into this big open space.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh my gosh, we can do a ton of vendor fairs here. We can do all kinds of things. And I'm like, and I can run my title company out of here. Like I was like a side note, like what else can we do? And so it was going to be amazing. Well, the back door was a second story floor, went to nowhere. It was a door that was locked on the inside, like a hinge, like with a key.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a thumb twist. It was an actual key in there. And you could have just fallen down into like the downstairs. Like there was nothing out there. The city required us to have a patio or a porch area out there before they would let us have occupants.
Really? Yeah.
Yes. And that's what took the longest.
So who was up there prior?
So it's my understanding it was people that were doing like a call center.
So they let them in. Well, I guess they must have changed some.
The call center was the ones, from my understanding, they were the ones that were doing this renovation.
Okay.
And then I think they ran out of money.
They didn't finish.
Yeah. So the floors, when I went in there, the floors were concrete mixed with resin, and they were like, I want to say squishy, but they weren't squishy. Like, it's not what you think. It's like they were too soft to be able to paint.
Yeah.
And so the paint was, they had them blue. I think they meant to make them gray, but they were blue, like a light blue. And the paint was coming up off of them. And it was like thick. It was super thick. So like they threw it down, self-leveling concrete mixed with resin. And it just, it was like this. Anyway, it was a mess. And so I luckily got to be a part of the renovation. The Heaths were super awesome with me. They're like, if you want to ride this wave, we'll just keep going together. I'm like, yep. So I stayed in the house in 311 North Ballard and stayed over there for 8 or 9 more months while we worked on building this. And I got to watch the entire back porch go in.
Awesome.
I got to watch
now
them.
Nobody's falling out.
Nobody's
the back
falling.
door. Yeah.
No. Now you can sit out there and just hang out and look at the downtown alleyway.
It's a great view.
It's such a great view. All of the electric lines. So then about July or August, Turquoise Feather's like, Jacki, we love you. We want to be with you, but we got to do something. Like where they were like, we've got to go somewhere else. We're outgrowing the space. I'm like, I totally understand. Y'all do what you have to do. I still love you. I'm still going to buy hats from you. Like, just go do what you need to do.
Yeah.
They found the cutest place still by the Heaths, right there at the Q building. And they have their own door. It's first floor. They have a cute little boutique. It's off Marble. I do not remember the numbers, but it's right off Marble. And I was like, that is perfect for them. And they're right down the alley. So when I say you can look out down the alley, you can see Turquoise Feather right down there.
That's pretty close for you to
pretty
go get
close.
some new hats.
I can go out the back door and be at their space in like 1 minute.
That's awesome.
Yeah. My husband does not like that.
So they decided that, well, the timing didn't work out for them.
That's right.
And then you guys finished the renovation, right? And
we just kept pressing on. And then at one point, my husband goes, so what are you going to do about rent? And I was like, oh, snap. What am I going to do about rent? I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about, oh my gosh, we got to get in here. Let me move. Let me get all the space. And I was like, you know what? Let's make it a co-working space. And he's like, what do you mean? Because originally I was going to do a podcast room in there when they were there and do it like a really fun, different venue. But when now it's me all by myself, I'm like, well, let me do a co-working space. Other people can rent space from me for $50 a month. They can come in and use an open desk and just be like a community space. And if they want to rent space, like an actual room, then they can rent that for member pricing as opposed to non-member pricing. And everybody that comes in that rents, they're like, why are you so cheap? And I'm like, because I'm not really, yes, you're supposed to make money, right, as an entrepreneur, but I'm really just trying to pay rent and my utilities. Like, It's a community space. It's what the community needs. I'm going to get rich off my title company. I don't need to get rich off the people that live in the community that need this.
Sure.
We have one member. He's really cool. I love telling this story. His wife works at the water plant, and they drive from Frisco. And he used to leave Wylie to go to Plano and co-work, or he was going all the way back home for the day. And then he found us and he's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. The closest places are Plano or or Firewheel.
Yeah.
Right.
Firewheel, Regis is in Firewheel because I almost rented from there starting out. And then here, and then Plano, Allen, Richardson. Richardson has beautiful places. That drawing board, I cannot compare to that at all. It is gorgeous.
But you know, it's something that's needed here. I mean, you're providing a resource for something that's needed, so people don't have to leave and drive. You know, don't have to drive that commute. You know, the thing about working remote or working from, you know, I guess home or whatever. You know, sometimes that just doesn't work out working from home. I mean, obviously, all my work is remote, right? But I would rather come to my office here and work than work from home because I get distracted doing other things.
Being more productive.
Yeah, you're more productive, and having a space quickly accessible without having to commute 15 or 20, 30 minutes somewhere is huge for some people.
Yeah. And Sine Turner of Turner Design, she really helped me bring a vision to life. I told her what I wanted. She found amazing tile for the floors. She's the one that picked the color on the walls. She's the one that made me figure out like what the motif was going to be. Otherwise, it would just, I promise you right now, it would not look like it does if it was just me. I was like, I'm going to bring my couch over here from my house and get a new couch for my house. She's like, what does your couch look like? I'm like, it's like gray. She's like, you ain't bringing that in here.
Not today. Not today.
So that's still at my house.
So who's your ideal client there at Proven Suites, and what kind of experience do you strive to provide?
My ideal client is anybody that stays at home working, even stay-at-home moms that just need an outlet. We have an amazing lounge area that we have we have 4 TVs in the space. But we have a huge 75-inch TV in our big annex space that you can rent out, or we have like events there. We have a lounge that has a TV. If you just need to unwind, it has an entire game chest, I call it, but it's just doors that open, and it has tons of game opportunities there. So if you just want a game night or just want to sit on the couch and just relax, read a book, or turn on the TV and watch your soaps. Realtors, I get a lot of realtors that come in, which is honestly, for a title company, it's really nice.
Yeah, that's really good.
But I'm also not a pushy salesperson like title company. So I leave them alone. Like, you know, if time is right and we're able to work a deal together, let's work a deal together. But I'm not going to be up your butt about it. Yeah. But they also really enjoy that I'm a resource to them for their deals that they do have going on that they might have a question about that they can't reach their title company. Absolutely. So that's a really cool plus for me. I get a lot. So some people come in and they're like late night people. So they have codes for the door, and they come in at late nights, and they are the ones that work in call centers. And so like we have call center people that work there. We have small business owners that don't have a place yet. They just need an address. So I do have opportunities for that. There's a little bit extra paperwork that we have to do. But yeah, if you're renovating your house and your home is, or your office is usually in your home, you work from home, and you're renovating your house and you're tired of the sounds, come on over. We have a drop-in rate of $25, or you pay $50 and you get the whole month. So there's all these opportunities. I'm not a pushy salesperson. I'm a community person.
So you've got all the, I was on your website earlier, provensuites.com, right?
That's right.
There's a memberships tab, and you can look there and see all the different memberships. You want to go over those memberships real quick?
Yeah. So we have the Pioneer, which is just $50 a month. That's just if you're just needing co-working space. Or if you are looking for, you know what, I don't need co-working, but I do need a space that I can come and host something 2 times a week, or 2 times a month, for 2 hours a month or whatever. We have $100 a month opportunity. Oh my goodness, what is that one called? I lost it. It's in my brain. It'll come back to me. But that's all the way far right on the membership opportunity there. Then we have the Powerhouse, which is the $225 a month. And that gives you co-working, printing. You can use my address, and 6 hours of private room time.
Oh, wow.
And that's any time that you want, if it's not already booked. We have an app that is called Office R&D Members, and it's like a white app. It's a box, and it has like 3 purple people. But it's you could pay to have it white labeled, but I'm like, you know what? The community needs this money, not me. So I'm just going to leave it on and let Office R&D have it. But you can go on there anytime you want if you're a member, and you can see when the space is available for rent. And And then I also have one below that, and it is called the, it's out of my brain right now, but it's only $165 a month. And that gives you 4 hours of private room time. So there's opportunities for everything. Also, if you're a brand new owner and you just need a couple months to figure out if you want to do this or not, holler at me. I am so big on that because somebody gave me an opportunity and gave me a chance. And I want to make sure that you have what you need as a brand new owner, so that you're not breaking the bank. I mean,
Sure.
for $50 a month and then you can rent some space, let's talk about it. Because if you're renting space for me all month on my rates, it's going to be very expensive.
Yeah.
So if you just need something, hey, Jacki, I've got this. I had one friend in the community, and she's like, hey, I've got this class that I really need to take, and I need a closed door. And I was like, no problem. Come over here, and I'll give it to you for, X amount of dollars or whatever.
Sure.
So we can find ways to make things work where it doesn't break the bank, but that you can still, take an interview or have just a quiet room and a quiet space.
Yeah, something quiet in a professional atmosphere.
That's right.
So what sets, let's see, what were some of the challenges in launching and growing the co-working space?
Well, I only want to do the co-working space now because it's more fun, right? Like that's really what it is. The challenge is that I want to be a part of everything. I'm a huge stopgap for a lot of things. I recently had to remind my daughter, I'm having her make me some signs for the title company. And she's like, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And I'm like, I just need you to do it. And she's like, okay, well, what do you think of this? Can you double check that? I'm like, I just need you to do it. And I'm like, look, I'm tired of being the stopgap. I'm clearly the one that stops everything from moving toward the next step. Just get it done. If I don't like it, it's my responsibility. It's my, I'm the one that told you to do it. So I'm just going to live with it. It's okay. I trust you and I want you to, I empower you. You have autonomy. This is your thing. And she's like, okay. She was still like, well, what about? I'm like, no. So I think my biggest challenge is I just want to be a part of everything. And then also like being available is probably my biggest challenge. Because I do run a title company. I also have people that walk in and want to see the space, and it may not always be the most appropriate time for me,
Right.
but I also understand that maybe that's the most appropriate time for them. And I'm not there for the sell. I'm there for their experience to make sure that they understand like what they can do with the space. So I give them 15 or 20 minutes, of my time. And I appreciate them coming up. And we did have to put a sign up that said that if nobody is here, please, like, here's the QR code to book a tour.
Yeah.
Because there are times where I'm either not in the office, like I'm here now,
Yeah.
or I have a closed door meeting that's going on, like a Zoom or something. So I want to make sure that they understand that we are available, and I'm not trying to push them away. I just want to make sure that they understand, like, we're working people too.
Or you're in a closing.
Oh yeah, I'm in a closing.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, Wylie's a pretty big town now. Mm-hmm. And so, how is being located in downtown Wylie help shape your business compared to maybe not being downtown, maybe being in a more, strip mall type deal out on the highway?
Well, the rent's better.
That's true.
That's for darn
That's
sure.
true. I mean, did you always want to be in downtown Wylie? Because I know when I was looking for office space, I wanted to be either in downtown or close to downtown.
So remember, I'm a middle child, so I need to be the center of attention. I need
Sure.
to know everything that's going on. And if I don't submerge myself, I'm going to miss out on something. I get FOMO really badly.
Yeah.
So, I don't know anything else because I've only ever been downtown. Even the Ballard and Brown that space right there was considered downtown. It was, so I don't think I ever know any different. But when I looked to move my space, it was not outside of downtown.
Yeah.
So I think it has shaped me. I think it's really cool to say, Proven Sweets is right here in downtown, right behind. It's funny, I'm like right behind the gas station, and people are like, we have a gas station in downtown Wylie. I'm like, yes, it's been here forever.
There's pictures of J.R. Ewing in a convertible at that gas station. They showed up on the series of
Dallas.
Of Dallas, yeah.
That's hilarious. Our friend Susan Cranford of Texas Fastball, she would know that, exactly that reference, exactly that episode. She is like a Dallas fiend, but not me. I'm like, I just trust you. I know who J.R. Ewing is, and I know Dallas, but I don't know that show very well.
I'm old enough to remember the show when it was on, so Well, I guess I'm dating myself, but
Well,
yeah, it is what it is.
yeah. But so now I have to say, do you know where Frankie's is? They're like, oh yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm diagonal behind the gas station. Or I'll say,
Gas station.
yeah, exactly. Or I'll say, do you know where the Brown House is? I go, but it's really like mauve.
Yeah.
So it's really funny, like having to explain where I am. And it's actually, I think it's more hilarious that people don't know that there is a Jefferson Street in Wylie.
Yeah.
And that was, again, my biggest thing was like, there's a Jefferson Street in Wylie. I'm pretty sure when I first moved here, moved to on 105 West Jefferson, I probably wrote Jackson more than I wrote Jefferson. And then I quickly fixed myself.
It's one of the J presidents.
Yes,
Yeah, for sure.
exactly.
So, all right, next question. Can you share a proud moment or story that reflects the impact Proven Sweets has had on your clients or tenants? It's a good one.
That is a great one.
Something along the way where you saw somebody do or have a great experience or a big win.
You know what? I will share this. We have a member and she has 3 littles at home. Her husband works from home. She was working from home and she no longer found herself without a job. She was still a paying member because she just needed that outlet to get away and just kind of do some research and find what she wanted to do next. She was also going to school full time. So when she got where she needed to go with her schooling, she was like, okay, I'm going to get back in the workforce. She texted me and said, Jackie, do you mind can you tell me how I can rent a room so that I can do this interview? And I said, how long's the interview? She said, an hour. And I said, I'll give you a room for an hour. She's like, are you serious? I was like, yes. So she did her interview. A couple weeks later, she said, hey, I've got another interview. I'd like to pay for the room this time. And I said, I've got you booked. Come on in. I did not charge her. It's an interview. Like, go get your job.
Yeah.
The 3rd interview, she comes out and she says, I got the job. And we high-fived and we hugged and we, had
That's
a little
awesome.
tear. And just to know, like, that is a huge thing that I was able to help with, to take her financial burden. I mean, it's $40 an hour.
Yeah.
And for people that make a little bit more than $40 an hour, it's not a big deal. But for people that are looking for a job that don't have that opportunity, it's a huge deal. I mean, that's food on the table for a family of 5. So, I mean, to me, that's what community is about, is making sure that everybody is picking up the slack when somebody needs a help.
Yeah.
And that's okay for me. I mean, nobody was using the room anyway, right? Like, I mean, it's not taking it away from somebody else. It's
Right.
allowing her the opportunity to grow without feeling the burden of that financial stress.
And she wasn't stressed about having to do the interview at home and possibly having one of the little kids interrupting or distractions, right? She was able to focus in a professional atmosphere.
That's right.
And she nailed it and got the job.
Yep.
Well, congratulations to her.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then we also do events. I've not been able to do enough events. That we've been kind of busy in the title world. But Angela Ramirez at Herman Marshall, she and I collaborate on a lot of things, and we find ways to get Herman Marshall. She does a great job over there. But if something just doesn't really fit, like with their motif, maybe they need a brighter venue, or maybe it's a morning thing and she already has it booked, she sends them to me. Like, we get things done. We did a fun facials and fizz event, and it turned out to be like a mom and daughter thing, and it was really cool. We had like a Mary Kay lady come out and do a facials party, and then we had Janie Nardiello come out with Wylie Nutrition, and she served up some delicious drinks. I mean, she did not bring enough drinks, I'm telling you right now. And it was all non-alcoholic. It was
Right.
just a fun, like, brunchy style feeling. Angela made these amazing cucumber sandwiches, and I was like, why do you not make these every day for me? Like, I think I need you to be my personal chef. And so just to have those opportunities to bring the community together, people that had never seen the space got to see the space, people that never got an experience like that had an affordable experience. And we were able to bring Maureen Ship with Mary Kay out to show everybody what they do. And then while she was there putting her stuff away, we had another member come in and she's like, oh, are you the Mary Kay lady? Can I buy something from you? So it's just like, it was such a big whirlwind of opportunity that just happens.
Just bringing community together.
Right. And I don't know that that's me or Proven Sweets. I think that's Wylie. It's the Wylie way of.
It is, but it's also you've given them a space to do it, right?
Yes.
So which makes it even more awesome.
That's right. I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you may have touched on this before, but let's say it again. What has been one of the most rewarding parts of owning and operating your business?
The people. You know, I have had the opportunity to raise my rates for the last 5 months. And we have our original price sheet is for Q1, right? So it's like January, February, March. April came and we're still operating Q1 sheets. And it's not because we can't print any new ones. It's just because why ruin what's working?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if I increase it even by $10, that could put somebody not available to do this
price
anymore.
somebody out. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not about that. Like, I'm about the community. I'm about the experience, and I'm really about the people. Like, the people are what bring me joy. And that's what I was missing for so long, working in Dallas, downtown Dallas, uptown Dallas, or North Dallas, Plano. Like, I never got those opportunities to meet and mingle. And now whenever I go to restaurants, people are like, "Hey, Jacki." And I'm like, "Oh, hey." Or they're like, "You're the girl with the hat."
You're the hat lady.
Yes. Yes. And so, like, I love that. That's what Wylie does for me. And I think that all of that is rewarding. I think the thing that made me the most excited and the most emotional, I don't know that anybody's ever seen me cry really, was when we did our open house, and it was 12 degrees outside. It was February. And I walk outside, everybody's standing on the steps of the building, waiting for the picture, waiting for the ribbon cutting. And there's 60 people there.
Wow.
And I just
12-degree weather.
It was so overwhelming. Like, I just broke down. And Marianne's like, "Jacki, I never had anybody cry before. Like, this is a first. I've never had anybody cry before the ribbon cutting."
Yeah.
And I'm like, like, when you show up for so many people, you don't realize how many people will show up for you. And then when they do show up, it's just an overwhelming feeling to know, like, okay, I am making a difference. I am doing this. This is what I'm supposed to be doing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what advice would you give other women or aspiring entrepreneurs looking to start a business in Wylie?
Do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Nike, just do it.
Just do it.
I mean, come see me. We can talk about it. We can put together an event. We have this group I randomly started called Girl Power, and we just keep bringing in more. Originally, it was like the women of the chamber, and it just kind of evolved into something bigger on accident. It's a group me. It's just like a chat, and it's really cool because anybody that comes in, we introduce them to this Girl Power. Like, if they're looking for camaraderie, we're like, "Oh, you've got to be a part of this group," and we just collaborate. We communicate. And we really, really connect with each other. We do game nights. It's very rare that we've done a game night lately. We've all been busy with summer stuff, but we really interact with each other well. If there's somebody in need of something, we can put it in that. And anybody that sees it and wants to help, they can. There's absolutely no pressure and no judgment. And I think that that's what Wylie is about, is just showing up for each other. So women, where's the camera? Right here? Women, if you want to be a part of this community, just be a part of the community. Wednesday mornings, 8 a.m., there's a business connect at the Wylie Library, the Smith Library. Go there. That's where I started. That's where I started finding my best friends.
Yeah.
And it's just an amazing community that just continues to give.
How can the women find the Girl Power group?
Oh, text me. My number is 214-766-6918. That is my cell number. It's my personal cell number, and it's also my work cell number. I don't know that I'll ever get away from that cell number, actually. And we would love, love, love for you to be a part of this community. We don't do drama. So if you're drama, we will remove you. We don't do that. Like, if we're not going to be ugly to each other, we are going to be empowering and supportive and non-judgmental.
As it should be, yeah.
Absolutely. And laugh with each other and cry with each other and make fun of each other in front of each other, not behind backs, but just have a really good time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Text Jacki for the Girl Power group. Mm-hmm. All right. Last question.
Talk to me.
Outside of work, where can we find you in Wylie? Any of your favorite spots or activities?
I always work. I don't even know.
No.
It's hard.
Yeah.
We love Villa Vinci. We love LaFleur. Anything that's walkable distance from the office. Because my husband and children are like, "Are we going to go to dinner?" I'm like, "Where are we going?" And they'll pick a spot right there close by. I love karaoke. I have 4 microphones in the office. So
Do you really?
I do. And it's always going to be a karaoke party if we're doing anything. We do this North Texas whiskey event at the office about every quarter. And about 9 o'clock when it starts winding down, we get the mics out and we start doing karaoke. So it's a good time.
Hey, who would have thought there was a karaoke party going on?
I'm just saying. We've even talked about doing like a karaoke night, like a weekly karaoke night, charging $5 a person, and they can come up and just do karaoke all night and whatever until they're ready to leave.
I know a few people that just love karaoke, but they would be there every time. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You would be surprised how many of the places down here do not like karaoke. So a quick plug, my birthday is August 23rd, and it's a Saturday this year. And I am going to be at Glen Echo, and I'm going to do a community birthday party. But really, it's my birthday, so don't be coming up there saying it's your birthday, because it is not. It is my birthday. But if it is, I would love to celebrate with you as well. But come on out. I actually already booked my KJ DJ. We're going to have karaoke at Glen Echo.
That'll be amazing.
6 to 11 on Saturday, August 23rd.
August 23rd.
That's right. Let's
11.
pack the house. I would love to hang out with everybody in Wylie that wants to come, and
Hear that? All of Wylie is invited.
all of you, but no drama.
No drama.
Leave drama at home.
There you go.
That's right. And I think they're kid friendly. I'm not, but I'm just kidding. But just understand that there's alcohol there and that there's going to be some fun singing.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite songs to sing when it gets late enough is Baby Got Back. And that's not always appropriate for the kids. So
Not always. Not always. That's awesome. So Jacki, it's been great. Is there anything else that I didn't cover that we'd like to get out and let the community know about you?
I think that, I have a husband and 2 amazing children. I am a person of the community, with the community, for the community. I just want to help. If there's anything, even if I'm not the right person, let me help connect you to the right person. That's a lot of the reason why I want to do Leadership Wylie, is to be more connected than I already am.
Right.
To make sure that I've bridged every gap and that I know everything that I can about the city that I live in to help be a better advocate for the city. And then also, I think I said it best in the Meet the Professionals magazine, but it just said, Proven National Title was born out of experience, but Proven Sweets was born out of necessity. And that's what...
It's a great tagline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Proven Sweets. My husband came up with this one, and it's Wylie's place for your co-working space. So I know,
that's good.
I know.
That's real good.
I mean, we can think of anything that rhymes. I love rhyming. That's why I love singing, because
There you
singing
go.
is rhyming.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Awesome. Well, again, this has been a super fun episode. Glad you stopped by and,
Thank you.
and we're here with us. And we'll talk to you later, Wylie.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for tuning in to the Live, Love, Wylie podcast. If you're watching in short format on Instagram or Facebook or maybe YouTube Shorts, we'd love to have you subscribe over on the YouTube channel. If you're listening to the audio version, we'd love to also have you over on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.